Anybody knows what is this? That's a sound stun grenade. It's a hand grenade that makes panic and fear. Especially they use it at night. They shoot it. It's a real explosion without the real effect, just the sound. Okay? They just do it to create panic and fear and uncomfortable situation for people inside the refugee camp, especially when they are raiding in the camp at night. That's the worst problem. Because soldiers are controlling Hebron as well. Okay, which is something, if you go to Hebron, you're going to be shocked about the amount of aggressiveness in that part of the country. Okay. Also, we're talking about more than 1,500 Palestinian prisoners are suffering from fatal and serious diseases. Not only dying in jail because of the health neglect, but also in many cases, if you die in jail, it doesn't mean that you go home. In many cases, they would keep the body until the body finished the sentence. Okay, and that's one of the worst things I could ever imagine. That a person would stay in jail for 10 or 20 or 30 years sometimes, just because they want to torture the family, collectively torturing the family. In many cases, it's to hide interrogation process. In many cases, it's to hide health neglect, and also trafficking. Because basically, in many cases, they do harvest Palestinian prisoners' organs without the consultancy of the family, without the consultancy of the person himself. All of even the stabbings were carried by individuals, not by political parties. Yes, some of them were part of political parties, but it was an individual act, an individual initiative, let's say, that he decided to do it. He was oppressed, he was sad, he was whatever you want to do. He lost his house, he lost his brothers with the Israeli occupation, and he took revenge. Okay, so we're talking about a big number of the Palestinian attackers that are attacking, whether in the West Bank and Gaza or in Israel.
What is the attitude of the people living in
Usually it's very good.
Because they were just throwing stones?
The kids?
I don't know who, but there were stones coming from...
Maybe because today is off day, so there is a lot of kids in the streets, and that's why some kids are not still used to see it. And that's why basically the kids are really nice and learning more how to deal with tourists and with people. This community is forced to live together. People has to live together without borders, with equal rights, with human rights, with justice, no prisons, with right of return for refugees, with no prisoners, no political oppression for anybody in this part of the world. Shukran jazeelan.
This must be so interesting for you.